Killer Klowns from Outer Space, the game, this is my honest review. It's good old casual fun, at its finest, and I'm a bit worried about the future. But that is pretty much it at this current time. That is my honest review of the game state, but we'll go in deeper and highlight all the complexities of what this game has to offer. Keep in mind that Ilphonic has invited me to an event earlier to play the alpha build of this game, but also invited me once again to play the full release of the game, and now I have 10 hours of gameplay of this game that I've already played, tested out every feature that I feel comfortable with, and I'm able to talk about today in this video as our review is going up right now. But thanks to Ilphonic for providing us that chance in order to do so, to be able to give that information to the mates today in this video. Killer Klowns is based on a 3v7 horror asymmetrical game, and with that aspect you have 3 killers versus 7 humans. This dynamic has been kind of interesting in the past, as certain other games like Texas Chainsaw Massacre have implemented the same strategy within their game, having multiple killers versus multiple humans or survivors at one given time, and has worked pretty well there, but sadly they had bad lobbies. In this game, it doesn't seem like that will be the indicator of that, depending on player base. But when it comes down to the gameplay mechanics and what it has to offer, at 3v7, with the killers having the choice to eliminate all the humans on the opposing side in order to win, or by 15 minutes, the clown apocalypse will end the game. Or, on the other side, playing as a human, you have multiple options of escape, exit to win, exit to help your teammates, and have your teammates exit at the same time in order to get a full clear of humans. 7 humans in the game, 7 humans out of the game, and escape successfully. Very interesting aspect for a game, but it's really fun in the simplicity of it. Will people be more solo-orientated and be more self-indulged with just escaping themselves and leaving everyone else behind? Yes, that will happen, but that is the choice of the game. It's meant to be fun. There's a lot of a sandbox vibe to it. Pick up items, fight the clowns fight you back, they test their gadgets, you test yours, and test the limits until one of you guys get caught in a bad altercation, which means that you're most likely going to lose the game. Either way, it's really, really fun in that aspect there. Also, I'm highly caffeinated at the moment, thanks to GamerSubs, so if you want to get some, make sure to visit the link below. From the service level, the game looks quite enjoyable, and that aspect there, on that front. But once you dive into the gameplay deeper and play a lot of hours into the game, you will start to realize some of the balancing issues with the game become more apparent, and that could be a longevity issue in itself. And alongside that, the content that will be planned for this game is kind of unclear. I'm unsure if there's going to be new clowns, new classes for the human, how's that all going to work, it's going to be new weapons, and new maps, the cadence to that, and how often is that going to happen? And what is the cost of that? Because previous titles done by Ilphonic, I'm going to compare this to Predator Undergrounds, because that's the game I had the most time on. That game there had a DLC, and within each DLC, you'll get less and less throughout the months that went by, and also the price would remain the same. So that's a bit of concern there. I don't want that same practice to be held here within this game, but I also want more options and more variety and more active components to the game, so it feels like you have something new to interact with and have fun with. Same way Dead by Daylight does their content, it feels like every time they add something, it's a different twist to the game and the meta that's there. But let's reel back in and talk about the gameplay components for each side. The human gameplay loop consists of humans finding items and scavenging, from there going to a meeting point, collecting more items, preparing themselves with firearms or weapons of some sort alongside utility to help them within the fight or any confrontation that may occur between them and the killer clowns, and be able to use those mission items to go to an escape point and successfully escape, and also help their team members escape if they can do so. Also, if you're enjoying the video thus far, make sure to hit that like button for more Killer Klowns content. On the killer side of things, their objective in their gameplay loop is to hunt down the humans at all costs, and that's pretty much using everything from weapons to skills, and also teaming up with other clowns to hunt down single targets, and then from there hunting clusters of humans if you can do so, if you can be very efficient at doing that. So their goal is to always hunt, they have tracking abilities, they have things that aid them within fights and confrontations to get a bit of an advantage, because their movement kind of sucks compared to the humans. The humans are much faster, but this gives them a chance to actually catch up and outplay the humans depending how bad they play too, which can be something that can be good and difficult at some points of gameplay. And there's also a mechanic of jumping to certain locations. You can do a clown jump to go to another point of interest on the map, or something that has happened in the point of the game. You can see that. So that's kind of cool that you can do so, but you have to be to that location at some point earlier to increase your visibility through that fog of war when accessing the clown jump. It's more of a deeper feature once you have to get better and better at the game, but it can help out drastically to control points of interest, escapes, the resurrection machine. There's a lot of things it can do. And as a clown, those points of interest that the humans want to interact with, you can actually cotton candy those areas, which will make it harder for them to do something there. And alongside that, if humans make any sound throughout the game, you will see a sound indicator telling you that if someone's close by, try to hunt them or stop them. If they fail a mini game or a skill check, at one of the main exits or one of the main missions that they're trying to do, you can actually see that and come up as a red indicator, which means get there quickly before they try to leave the map and leave the game, aka successfully win on their side. You prevent them and eliminate them. And a secondary objective for the killer clowns is to actually cocoon their opponents or find cocoons around the map and put them into generators where lackeys do spawn. And that helps you pressure the map even further and provide more sound indicators towards yourself to be able to find where humans are at all points of the game. The gameplay loop for both sides is really fun and interesting. So if you get one or the other, it's never a problem because you're going to have fun no matter what, unless you fail one more than other. The gameplay loops for both are enticing and enjoyable. And there's also a progression system as you level up your accounts by playing more games and interacting with the game more and spending more time. Your account will also level up. And by doing so, you have access to other clowns and other archetypes or classes for the human category, allowing you to have more favorable outcomes or create different builds and have more fun overall within the game. This could be from different weapons, customization. There's a lot of options here on offer that just allow you to play the game for more and be rewarded by doing so. And this allows you to create impact as a player. Being able to have more options in any type of game is a lot better than having one single option. And these classes can change drastically, allowing you to have better base stats for the clans or the humans, alongside having a shared pool of abilities or other tools as well. Majority of stuff that you can access as a clown is shared between other clowns, so you're not really limited on that aspect. Only thing that changes is your base stats. Everything else you just earn, and once you've earned it, you put on any type of clown you want. And the maps on offer are pretty good here. We have around 5 maps, I believe, from release, and that's pretty good. I was expecting much less, and I'm happy that isn't the case. But I do hope that this doesn't stop them from making more maps at a higher cadence. I expect a map hopefully once every 2 months. That would be really nice to see, so it keeps players enticed to keep on playing or revisiting the game ever so often. And majority of the maps are kind of large and they have a lot of opportunity to do anything on, so expect players to get lost, confused, but also expect players to be very good at hiding in those situations and creating some interesting fights overall, I think. So that's really fun in that aspect there. So it'll most likely take a lot more games than expected to understand a map. And what will deter players in a game like this? There's a lot of mechanics that could be very frustrating for a player in this game. And they're trying to make it easier and more casual, I understand, but many players get easily triggered in certain games like this, and they'll just jump off. While other players will have a fun session, or week worth of sessions, or even a month, and then after that, not come back to the game ever again, even if there's other content being added to the game, at an expense or being free. Because they already experienced everything they had to, they don't think they're going to experience anything else, and they won't come back. It's happened to other games done by Lordy, so I do think that could be a situation that happens here as well. Or maybe the graphics don't feel like they're on par with other games, and that puts them off as well. There's a lot of things to be put off by, but it depends how you are as a gamer. If you're going to find fun behind any game, you'll find fun here. And one of those major positives is the fighting. Fighting between the killers and the humans, it is so much fun. Having the chance to do some crazy comeback, clutch it, whatever it may be. And since it's killer clowns, they have a red nose. If you hit their red nose, you do more damage towards them. And that becomes the way that you eliminate them as a human. You have to shoot the red nose when they're downed, and they'll be eliminated and go through this green spiral and disappear. So it's kind of fun, and that stops them for 45 seconds of game time. So they will be watching other clowns for 45 seconds. And if you're a great human player, you can go on a killing spree and just destroy everyone. So that could be really cool to see in gameplay perspective, and it's really fun to play when you're doing that. It is so much fun. So that is a major positive, which might be a reason why players even get into the game, is because they can fight back and they're not helpless as a survivor. And throughout this honest review, I've been highlighting everything that I've had fun with, the negatives, the goods, everything. I just highlighted everything because it's so important. As other games I've played in the past, this is somewhat feeling like Predator Hunter Grounds, but with 3 killers instead of 1. And that means it could be extremely fun for this channel because we have a lot of fun on that game prior with our audience and our mates. But I think players will also be enticed to give this game a go and give it a try. Maybe they get a discounted price, maybe it's free on PlayStation Plus throughout a year later, whatever it may be. There'll be a chance that you most likely will play this game at some point, and hopefully you find fun there as well. If not, it's okay, there's always a next game, and we'll hopefully cover that on the channel as well, as we covered a lot of games on this channel. But keep in mind, we'll be live soon, hopefully, highlighting the game on the channel in its entirety, and going through a lot of fun through gameplays, and just having good old fun like we always do with Predator Hunter Grounds or Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that type of vibe. Expect that soon. And if you've reached this far in the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more Killer Clowns content, and leave your opinions and thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to know. And as always, mates, it's been a pleasure, and I'll catch you mates next time. Bye bye.